First and foremost, we want to give praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and the elders who rule a great millstone, and a blessed sanitation to the Akims in the four corners of the earth, pushing the gospel in sincerity and truth. Shalom. This evening, we want to touch another topic to feed the elect. The IMF, the cash-in soft selling. And this headline is said the IMF, the cash-in soft selling financial enslavement. You know what I mean? This thing coming, you know what I mean? This chip gonna soon become mandatory. You know what I mean? These people gonna done away with this cash. These people gonna make this society a cashless society. You got certain parts of Europe it already in full effect. Certain companies, the employees already have the RFID microchip implant inside their hand already. And these devils ain't playing. These devils want to enslave. Want to enslave everyone, especially you Negroes, Latinos, Native American, Indian. They want to chip you and have the full control over you, with your full control over your thoughts and everything. How you full control how you spend your money and all these things. You know what I mean? Yeah, they have full control over you. So if you rebel or try to think against them, they could easily kill you by exploding the microchip within your hand. In a second you're gonna die. You know what I mean? And there's also the microchip also is the mark of Satan. Which Satan is the so-called white man. What Satan go back to the adversary. He's an adversary against the Most High Yahweh, and why Yahweh Shai. You know what I mean? Yeah, so let's read through a little piece of this article, because this is process of making the chip mandatory, to done away with it with cash, make it a cashless society. In certain parts in Europe, they give a limit among that you can withdraw, and it causing a revolution in these places, you know what I mean? It's the IMF International Monetary Fund, or as I like to call them, International Mafia Federation. I agree with him. And them is the biggest criminal on the face of the earth. The Rothschilds and the Rockefellers, the Lehman's brothers and them, the elite banking family. It's showing their true color and providing beyond question. This organization is nothing more than street corner thugs, exactly, in high price suit. You know what I mean? White collar crime, we call it. It's here with the release of the late working paper on how to enslave nation. It says still there remain sovereignty of the people and the nation. They have drawn up plans to force a cashless society upon all people within the IMF member nation. Majority of this country under the IMF. You know what I mean? Majority of these countries under the IMF, so they have to follow this procedure. Either they're gonna be destroyed, like what Americans do. If they don't follow, they're gonna come and destroy them. They're gonna put up a false flag and say some crime to commit. You know what I mean? So majority of the nation under the IMF, it's the International Monetary Fund (IMF) in Washington has published a working paper on the cash-in. It is giving advice to government who want to abolish cash against the will of their citizens. Move slowly to start with the harmless seeming measure is part of that advice. Right? It's all through some country, most likely with the cash in a few years, right? Going completely cashless should be phased in steps. They said that the cash-in process could build on the initial and largely uncontested steps. It says such as the phasing out of the large domination bills, the replacement of ceilings on cash transaction, and the reporting of cash moving across the border. Further step could include creating economical incentive to reduce the use of cash in transaction, simplifying the opening and use of transferable deposit, and forward and future computerizing the financial system, and future computerizing the financial system. When they put a chip in you, there's going to be your license, your ID, wherever you think, everything will be on the little chip, the light right screen on the chip. You know what I mean? This is the devil plan, you know. Revelation 30:16, we get into the just now, you know. This is this devil plan, you know what I mean? Um, it said the private sector lead the cashing scheme, preferable to the public sector lead the cashing. The former seem almost entirely being etc. more use of mobile phone to pay for coffee, but still need policy adaptation. The letter seem more questionable, and people may have valid objection to it. It said the cashing of either kind leave both individual and state more vulnerable to description. It said ranging from power outage of hack to cyber warfare. In any case, the attempted to impose the cashing by a decree should have avoid given the popular personal attachment to cash. It's a target out outstretched program is needed to alternate suspicion related to the cashing of the particular that by the cashing the authority are trying to control all aspects of people's life, including their use of money, or push personal saving into bank. The decashing process would acquire more transaction if it were based on individual consumer choice and cost benefit consideration. Right? He said it does not get much clearer than that. If the people resist, simply change the rule, and as we have stated time and again, simple intact a new law that the majority of people will accept the remaining 3/5%, 3 to 5% will be forced into enslavement with the rest. You know, the scripture say he calls it many. You know, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. You know, he said let us Salaki, something else called up there. Uh, yeah, yeah. He said let us break it down a little. Yeah, let us break it down a little so the picture is as clear as possible. Step 1. The decashing process could build on the initial of largely uncontested steps, such as the phasing out a large domination bills, the the placement of ceiling on cash transaction, and the reporting of cash move across the border. It says stripe up. For example, the hundred bill from the U.S. economy. This would eliminate more than half the cash value in circulation with one stroke of a draconian pen. Right? It's a next. Next, if it's a next as France and Spain have already done. You see, these European countries already have this in process. You know what I mean? They already have this in process. It's France and Spain have already done, and most of the European Union have cash transaction limit. Set a limit. For example, transaction large than 1,000 must be made using electronic means, or have a bank involved at some level, right? It's a cashier check, so there is a record of transaction for tax and tracking purpose. The good news is Germany attempted to set a 5,000 euro cash transaction limit, and the people revolted. You know what I mean? The people stand up against that. You know what I mean? It said finally make it almost impossible to get cash out of your country and into another. It said in the US you are required to declare more than 10,000 cash moving across the border, and my guess is this suffer a substantial cut. He said, Saraki. And it's another handy tool the criminal are planning on using is to have, for example, big box store to simply no longer accept cash for your safety. Of course, by implementing this type of policy change, the government is not seen as the bad guys, but as much more friendly related outlet looking out for your safety and the safety of their employees. One question: when was the last time an arranged robbery occurred at any big box store worldwide? For real? You know what I mean? When's the last time that happened? You know what I mean? Them smart criminals more wise more than that, you know. It's a criminals are not so stupid as to attempt to rob a big box store due to the sheer value of camera on the ground and inside of the store. So once these steps are in place to make it much easier to get people to accept financial enslavement as a convenient and for a protection and safety for children, cause it both small and great, rich and poor. You know what I mean? He said no, that the auditor is not talking about the unreasonable objection and image disadvantage. He does count it among the advantage of the cashing in a very next paragraph that personal saving are pushed into bank, and he said and he also does count total control of all aspect of financial life under the probe, as in the last sentence of the last quote above, right? He said as the cashing give incentive to economy agent to cover their currency in bank deposit, the deposit base on the banking system will increase, which can help reduce the lending rate and expand credit. And expand credit. It said as the criminal banking cabal become more desperate to steal our remaining wealth, because when the system crash, people gonna lose everything they have in their bank. They're gonna lose all the wealth, all the so-called riches. You know, they are devising more devious ways of doing it, soft selling the people into their own enslavement instead of forcing them. He said the past few decades we have been treated just a step above cattle. Now the gloves seem to be coming off, and the banking cabal no longer cares that we can see their criminal, that we can see their crime and their true colors. You know what I mean? These people born now, you know, as the apostle said, this devil gonna show you true hand now. So the devil don't care no more. He can show you true hand now. Oh, you know the devil now, so he can show you true hand, you know what I mean? He said, you can read the entire PDF that will download to your computer IMF plan to the financial to enslave the planet. You know what I mean? So let's run this one precept here. You know what I mean? So this coming. You know what I mean? This coming. You know? Yeah, this coming. This is Revelation chapter 13. Alright, let's start from verse 16. He said, and he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. You know, this coming, the cashless society. You know what I mean? The market, the RFID microchip gonna become the world currency. They're gonna make them mandatory because, like I say, majority of these countries under the IMF. You know what I mean? The IMF bank, they under the IMF. You know what I mean? So he say, and he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand and in their forehead. For 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of the name. You know what I mean? So this microchip, which is the RFID microchip, the mark of Satan, that's soon gonna become mandatory in the society, because places in Europe are already using it. You know, workplace in Europe are already using it. You know what I mean? It's soon coming this side. They're gonna make mandatory. You know. So these devils showing the true colors, Apostle Tara. So these devils gonna show the true hand, and they're showing it there. We seeing it. You know what I mean? And just wanna give. And let's hope it was edifying to the elect. And just wanna give our praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles, the elders who rule at great millstone, and a blessed sanitation to the Akems in the four corners of the earth to push in the gospel and sincerity and truth. Shalom.